Okay. Where's my stand? This is a little thing called Coffee and Cards. Coffee collective reading. Which one sounds better? Coffee and cards or coffee collective reading? Coffee and collective reading? That sounds mixed up. Coffee and cards. Let's go back to that. Okay. Hold on a second. Nobody's here. No one's here. It's okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Namaste, my Zen zebras. Sorry about my hair. Okay. This is me when I wake up. Well, I woke up hours ago, but how's everybody doing? My Zen zebras, my merry mermaids, my merry mermen. I know you're out there. There's my healing artwork is still available. Hey, Rain Cloud. Thanks for coming in. My dream makers, my namaste ninjas, my Bella butterflies. Hi, Tracy from Rhode Island. Tracy Delahante. Welcome in. Christina Clark from... Wait, Christina Clark. Didn't you used to live in New York? And then you moved to... Let me know where you moved to, if you want to. How you doing, everybody? I didn't know if anybody would be on, but I haven't been on lately. And Spirit's telling me I needed to come on to do a couple of cards for the collective. And just see what messages come out. This is not the Libra reading, although some Libras might resonate with it. Southern Illinois. Oh, okay. That's okay. This is going to sound like a stupid question, especially from a teacher. But Illinois is in Chicago, right? Echo. Is Illinois in Chicago?
From Quora.com. Chicago is in northeastern Illinois in the north section of the Midwest of the United States of America.
Echo. Is Southern Illinois, where is that?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Chicago is in the northeast corner of Illinois, on the southwest shore of Lake Michigan.
Thank God. Whew. I was going to fail geography again. Okay. Okay, good. I'm just having my almost black coffee. I don't put any creamer in because I have allergic to milk. But I do okay with eating pizza and cheese and ice cream, no problem. But if I even put in skim milk in my coffee, even almond milk, that's totally gross to me. Okay, so I've been drinking black coffee since 200s. 200s. What am I talking about? I really need this coffee. Since since 2010 or maybe 2009. Well, that sounds weird. 2009. I was trying to think about where I was in 2000. That's weird. I don't even remember writing 2009. I remember 2008 really well because a lot of bad things happened to me. But 2009, it's like not in my head. I'm in a weird mood. So this is like a little geography lesson. Well, here's my full canvases, just in case people didn't see my videos on it. This is from my Tommy Extra book. And guys, what do you think about this? I'm going to read both of my books again. I started to do them and then I stopped. I really want to sell them. I really want, especially Tommy Extra, where I have a lot of copies. But when is Mommy Coming Home? I'm getting remade. Just as soon as, like, I don't know, something always comes up. It's not going to be that much money, but it'll probably be like 1,400. And then I never sell like that amount of books to pay myself back. But that's not the point of it. The point of it is, I wrote 2 books. I know that there's a third children's book inside me, or just a third book in general, and I'm supposed to publish them. I'm supposed to get them published, not worry about selling them. Okay. Kind of like my art business. Just keep on making it. Don't worry about selling it. If you make it, it'll get sold, or if you make it, it'll be healing. Yeah, so I'm going to, here's my Tommy Extra. And this is Tommy Extra too. This is Zach up on the top. He was like the school bully. That's Tommy Extra right there in the black striped shirt. And that's his friend Brady. Yeah, there's always got to be a Brady. And yeah, this is from one of the pages that I did. Actually, I did this canvas, and then I wrote the book. I did the pictures. I did some of the pictures before the writing. And some people, say always do the writing first. No, me, I have a brain that, like, I had to do the pictures first. And most of them were done. Some of them I did on canvas. Like, this is a canvas board. My other book, but this is a skinny one. My other book was done, and then we had to take pictures of that. All the kids, whenever I used to show them my book in school, they didn't understand how we got the pictures to be in the book. And I would have to describe it. And this is on a regular thick canvas. And this is from a page in the book. My dream was, and I did this before, if you look at Mystic Brady Art Gallery for Tommy Extra, it's somewhere in there. You could say Mystic Brady Tommy Extra Art Gallery, and it'll pop up. And I had a whole bunch of some things I sold, and because I always thought my book would go into like library. It still can. It's just a matter of me, going there and trying to do it. But anyhow, I wanted to have it was a weird thing. I want to have like all the pictures of my book hanging around. I saw this, Eric Call did this. He's a children's book writer. I don't think he's alive anymore, but he's like similar to Dr. Seuss. But Eric Call was a big inspiration of mine because he's a collage artist. He took tissue paper and painted it and glued it onto the canvas. He didn't know how to draw really figures, so he would, he did a lot of like butterflies and horses, and I mean, he knew how to he drew the horse really beautiful. He has a book called The Blue Horse, And so I came across his video where he had all his pictures in his studio and then in an art gallery too, but first in his studio hanging up. And he showed all his materials that he used. And he had a big, huge art studio, not like this mess. But anyhow, that was my dream. It was always in my head. It could still happen because I'm not dead yet. So, Tracy Dillon, like Junie B. Yeah, like Junie B. Those books. I like those books. The kids are different now because they don't read that many books, regular books that you hold. And that's really a shame. They still go in Texas, where I am, they still have a library. When I left New York in 2015, there was no libraries. That you had to have a class library. Why? Because they ran out of room and they budget cuts. So they cut out the librarian. So I thought that was a shame because, kids need to go into an actual library and not just see iPads and computers and laptops. To actually hold a book and turn the pages of a book. It's a lost art. So the little kids are still doing it. Some teachers do encourage it. But at least in Texas, they still have a library. So. Owns a lot of children, right? Yeah, a lot of writers have passed away, especially the ones I like. Well, Dr. Seuss lived a long life. I'm also a Dr. Seuss fan. Oh, you think I'm not a fan of Dr. Seuss? I even have Dr. Seuss healing art right here. And I had another one. I didn't make too many because I was like a little bit afraid of copyright. And, somebody, like saying, hey, that's a copyright infringement. But really, it's not. I bought erasers that were in the shape of books. Oh, sorry. Wait, let me turn this around. These are erasers, and they're in the shape of a book. Horton Hears a Who. One fish, two fish. Red fish, blue fish. Isn't that cool? These were erasers. And Cat in the Hat. And what is that one? Green Eggs and Ham. These were my kids' favorites. They actually like Green Eggs and Ham better. I like the Cat in the Hat the best. And of course, Thing 1 and Thing 2, that was an eraser too. The big eraser. So I took one canvas and painted it red, and glitterized it. Then I took another little canvas and just glued it. And then I mounted this because I wanted it to be 3D. I like 3D stuff. And then I put this nice ribbon here so that if it hangs on your wall, it's easy. You could hang it that way, or you could put that down and hang it that way if you want. Because it does have metal. Let's see. Oh my gosh. This is 3 years old. Going on 4. This is January 2022. So this is still available. I did have another one that sold. Anyway, don't look at the old dining room / studio. I finally bought tablecloths that are Halloween tablecloths. So I'm gonna get these Christmas tablecloths off. But first I gotta empty the whole table, and then in the kitchen I gotta do the same thing. So that's my job today. After I hang out with you guys. Cheers. This is my cup from Ireland. So, how's everybody doing today? It is Thursday. Hi. Thirsty Thursday. I didn't even put my face on, so sorry.
You did?
I tried to do it with the plastic glove, but he wouldn't let me near him.
Okay. That's good. Because I noticed this one, I couldn't do nothing. I had to get out of here.
Okay, so let's have a shuffle. I'm going to shuffle. I'm just going to shuffle all 3 decks. I'm going to ask the angels and God and divine to watch over this reading. It's just a little mini reading. Because like I said, I got to do all this stuff with the table, and the table is a mess. But it's bothering me. I have to put away all my art stuff to clean this whole table. I don't want to go to sleep. And whether I take out more art stuff later, that's another story. But I really need to clean it. Oh, I'm asking God to let me do a little short reading, and please allow anything that needs to be heard by the collective, by the Mystic Brady Bunch, to be heard. And protection from dear God, Archangel Michael, Mother Mary, is always on every video. In Jesus' name, thank you, dear God. Okay. Okay. What does the collective need to know? Okay, it is October. It's almost over. It's almost Halloween. And then before you know it, 2025 will be over. But what does the collective need to know in October, November, and December? Thank you. Thank you. That's funny because I said thank you, and the card that first came up is thankful. Okay, I'll show that to you in a minute. I like to shuffle the cards first and then get them organized first. This way I can concentrate on anything that comes in. Because I haven't been doing the cards lately. I've been just really kind of going channeling. So I heard do the angel cards, and also I heard do a couple of heaven cards. So that tells me somebody wants to hear from somebody in heaven. Collective read, what do we need? Collective read, what do we need? Oh, and please resubscribe, unsubscribe, and then resubscribe, because even Devin, he usually doesn't go on my thing. And I told him the other day, I said, nobody is seeing my videos, except for my short videos with music, the ones that I do with music. Sometimes I get 1,000 hits. I get 900 hits or 300 hits, and I'm happy. But when I do like an actual long video where I'm actually putting effort into it, or reading, I hardly get any hits. Sometimes I get 40 hits or under. So please unsubscribe and then resubscribe, because YouTube unsubscribed everybody. If you don't watch my videos for a while, they naturally unsubscribe you. Okay, so my audience is basically only like 10 or less people from the past, like Tracy Delahante, like Chrissy, Rain Cloud, from the past, Faith, all from the past. But other than that, YouTube told me in the analytics that most of my subscribers are new. People who have watched my videos in the past aren't coming back. So what a loser, right? But anyhow, so just please resubscribe, because YouTube does that thing. You know, maybe you get sick of me and you don't watch me for maybe a couple of weeks, or a month, or a year, and then you're like, okay, I'll see what the old chubby girl's saying, and you're not subscribed. So just please unsubscribe if you're subscribed, and then just push it again, resubscribe, and go to where it says all, because then you'll get the notifications. Otherwise, you won't even get the notifications. But anyhow, I try to come on every week. I used to come on every day, but went back to work, so then I'm tired. So anyhow. What does collective need to know? I got to check on my blueberry muffins, so I will be right back. I'm sorry. I'll take you with me. I'll take you with me in case you don't believe me. Yeah, I actually made blueberry muffins. Oh, they look like they're burning. And I added real blueberries, because I'm a Susie housemaker. Susie homemaker. No, I'm not. If I was, I would have a clean house. Ooh, that might be perfect. Oh, yeah. See, nothing came back on it, so that might be perfect. One second. Let them cool off over there. Turn this old-fashioned stove off. Okay. Nobody better touch them. Hey, babe, I'm doing a video. Don't let anybody touch those muffins. Okay? They're cooling off anyway. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even eat breakfast. I'm just having coffee because I wanted to make homemade blueberry muffins. I didn't see really anything good. I didn't feel like making eggs. Blueberry muffins I've been making since I learned how to do it at, I think it was 12 or 13. Because we didn't have that much food in our house, but we always had a blueberry muffin, box with the little metal can with the blueberries in it, right? And so I said to my mother, why don't we ever make those? You haven't made them in a long time. Because when she went back to work, she was always tired. Hey, reminds me of somebody. But anyhow, she said, well, I'm tired. If you learn to make them, then you can make them. And I did. I learned to make them. I learned how to turn on the old stove. I did it. And then since then, so that's a lot of years of making that. So every time I smell blueberry muffins, make blueberry muffins, I think of her. And that makes me happy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm gonna get you some unicorn messages because I bought these cards and I have the smaller version, but I couldn't read them. They were too small, so I don't know why I got these cards and I hardly ever use them, but I want to use them. Okay. Is that too high? No, that's better. Okay, that's a better angle. I gotta keep you above my chins. All right, spirit guides and angels, please give us messages for the collective. Thank you, dear God. Thank you, angels. said pick 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's beautiful. They're so beautiful, these cards. Okay. And some messages from our people who are in heaven, our ancestors and our spirit guides and our people who are in heaven. Please, dear God, let us have some messages. There's a lot of people that want to talk to the people in heaven. Please and thank you. Oh, those are flippers. Oh, wow. Okay. And I don't want to cry. I was just thinking, I don't want to cry because I don't want to be a big baby. Look at the card that came up. It says, tears cleanse the soul. And my mother used to always say it's okay because I was a big crybaby. And she wasn't. And so I'd be crying. And sometimes she would say, that's enough now. Now that's enough. You've had your cry. You've been crying for an hour. Now that's enough. You know, wrap it up. Okay? But then sometimes I would say, you know, I hate to cry because, like, sometimes I would, like, hold it in at school so I wouldn't be a big, you know, big baby at school. And she would say, it's okay to cry because it gets the toxins out of your body. Don't hold that in. Let it out, and then you'll feel better. Isn't that a sweet thing to say? And then I get this one. Tears cleanse the soul. So your loved ones want you to know that. Your loved ones in heaven want you to know that. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be a crybaby. They also want you to know that I have become one of your guides. Somebody that passed over has become one of your guides. But what you need to do, what does that mean? That means that they are watching over you very carefully, rather than just like, say your grandpa died or your grandmother died, right? You could always like send a prayer to them or ask them for advice, you know, and wait for it. But, and you might get it, but it's important to know that somebody who you think of first, like if I said to you, who would you like me to contact? Who would you like me to channel? Okay? The first person that's in heaven that comes to your mind, that person is your spirit guide. So that person is the one, write their name down a couple of times, sit there, light a little candle, okay, and try to speak with them. Try to ask them for advice. They're letting you know they are now your spirit guide, okay? And that's why you think of them so often, like my mother. Okay, I was met by so many loving people. They want you to know that. They weren't alone. There's an angel that takes you from your body. You know, they're on the side of your body. Your guardian angels are with you when you come in the world, and they're with you when you go out. And then you kind of go up, and then somebody else comes that was meant to help you to make the transition. But some people have a lot of people up there, and so they do. They see them. They're kind of like lined up. That's what they're showing me right now. They're lined up, one on this side. Like I see like 10 people on this side, and then 10 people on the right side. And then you're coming in, and you're coming through the middle, and you have your guardian angels with you, and then you meet up with Jesus. And Mother Mary. Somebody out there is saying, what about Mother Mary? Will I ever get to meet Mother Mary? And the answer is yes. Okay, so they want you to know they weren't alone. It wasn't a scary thing. I had to leave that way. So somebody had to make a transition that was kind of fast, or like less, you didn't have, maybe you didn't have that much notice, or you feel so bad for them because maybe they were very ill, or a car accident or something fast, drug overdose, um, something very fast, but they're telling you that was part of their karma, that was part of their contract. Okay, they had to leave that way. It's all going to be all right. They just said that. It's all going to be all right. Like, stop worrying about their exit. Stop worrying about their exit. I heard that very clearly. Let's take a cleansing breath and blow it out. 3. And empty. Let's breathe in. 5. And blow it out. 5. Empty. Now we're just going to take a deep breath in, hold it for 5, and then blow it out for 5. Blow it out in one big swoop, okay? You ready? Deep breath. Fill up your lungs, even if it hurts a little bit. Now blow it out. You know, like when you sigh when you're frustrated, that's very good for you, because you're getting out the CO2, getting out the negative energy, you're getting out the dirty oxygen, the CO2. Go like that. I'm wheezing a little bit. Hold on a second. I got to turn off the stove. I think I turned it off. Okay. So now getting back to your reading. Sorry about that. I felt like we needed breath. I felt like we needed to do our old Mystic Brady breathing. Because I forget to breathe sometimes too. And then I'm wondering, like, why do I feel this way? We got to breathe. We got to remember to breathe. It helps with panic attacks. It helps with stress. Okay? It's a cleansing breath. Okay, sorry, now I'm just being weird. Okay, so now, messages from heaven. Somebody wants to tell you, I am sorry, please forgive me. I am so sorry, please forgive me. And I just heard, I'm sorry for leaving you, because they went off to heaven, but they did go to heaven. Okay, but they're feeling bad for you. They're seeing your pain. In heaven, they don't feel pain. They don't feel like they miss people, but they feel our pain. They know our tears. They can be compassionate with what people on earth are feeling, what loved ones, and just in general, like, for example, Charlie Kirk, okay? He's up in heaven. He knows that people, especially his wife and his kids and his mother and father and sister. I didn't even know he had a sister. I found a picture last night or the night before. They are feeling it. But not only that, the other people who were his friends, the other people who worked with him, they are feeling it too. So he kind of like, his videos, the fact that you could pull up his video, that's really good, because it's almost like he's still there. And he does get those messages. Whatever the messages somebody's trying to send him, he's like, Katrina, let them know I'm getting the messages. And he doesn't want people to be sad, but he does want people to still have the freedom of speech, keep on talking, keep that right going. That's a right we can't let go of. I didn't know he was going to drop by. Okay. But that's somebody else is saying, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. And so all you have to do is like think of somebody who passed away and say, I forgive you. And I accept your apology. And I forgive you. Okay? I am standing right next to you. Now, do you ever feel like somebody's touching your elbow or your arm? Or somebody standing behind you and then you turn around and they're not there?
The position was vacant for a while, but it was only open for a very short period of time because
I'm trying to overhear my stepson talking.
Being transferred to another store.
I'm so nosy.
But they didn't have a position open. They had to wait for a position open and then transfer over, and then they had open position. The window was like 3 days, and 2 of those days was off. So, but next time I'll do it. Okay.
There's raviolis there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Don't eat the blueberry muffins.
Why?
Because I didn't eat them yet and I made them so you can have it later.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to know why. Well, I'm not. I was getting this together anyway.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know. I just want to know why. Oh.
Okay, so sorry about holding that up. Sorry for holding that up. Okay. That was a long time holding that up. They just told me one more. Okay, that was how many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was 6 of those, but they said that wasn't enough. And I have a whole bunch of other cards in front of me, but they said no, go back to here. Okay. Messages for the collective. Messages for the Mystic Brady Bunch. Messages for the collective. Whenever you see this video, because there's only 5 people here, so sometimes the revisit, oh, my eye has like one of those heartbeats in it. I don't know if that means my blood pressure is up or whatever it is. But anyhow, you might be watching it a week from now, a year from now, long when I'm long gone. And it might resonate. So that's what I love about videos, because, you know, this live will turn into a video that people could see for unlimited amounts of time. Okay, and then it might not resonate now, but it might resonate later. You might think of something. Okay, whatever. It's Thursday, and I was told you have to definitely do your cards, because I was like, I don't want to do my cards. I'll just turn the camera on and talk. And they were like, no, not good enough. Not good enough. You got to do the cards. And then they were specific on what cards to do. I was like, okay. Yes, sir. Okay. I just heard, don't be a wise guy. Okay. All right. Let me just concentrate one more time. What other messages from heaven and spirit guides do we need to know for the collective? Thank you. Messages for the collective from heaven. This one is sticking out. They need 9. They said 9, so I did 6, so they need 2 more. Messages. Okay. Okay. My death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. So somebody or a few people are worried about their loved one suffering when they died. And your angels and your spirit guides and your people in heaven want you to know, my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you for that message. Thank you for that message. Yeah, they're like, guilt is a wasted energy. Like, if you feel guilt about something, say you're sorry to God, say you're sorry to that person, even if that person's in heaven, or away from you. You could still write them a letter. You could still talk to them in your mind, write out their name, light a candle, and talk to them. Okay? But don't torture yourself with guilt because they don't want you to do that. And I'm sorry I'm always wearing this pink Barbie shirt every time. I seem to always have these earrings on. I do have a lot of clothes, but I always tend to put on the comfortable ones, especially if I'm just chilling in the house. Anyhow, that's why I like to go to work, because I actually put my face on nicely and I put a nice ensemble on. Yeah, I go to work just so I can get dressed. Because when you get dressed and you put your face on and your clothes on, you feel better. You know? But then I also feel better when I'm relaxed. So I don't know why I feel I have to validate it. Okay, messages from your loved one. Now I have no pain. And are those daffodils? Are these? I resonate with this message because my sister Christine's daffodils. And I'll talk about that another time. I'm sure I talked about it before, but some people might not know about it. But your loved one is trying to tell you they have no pain at all. Hi, WW. Hi, Eleanor. You want to try to make pumpkin muffins? I never made pumpkin muffins because I don't really like pumpkin. I like the smell of it on a candle. I have a candle that's pumpkin, and I love how that makes the house smell. But I don't like the actual taste of it. Like, I'll eat a piece of pumpkin pie and then I'll be like, no, I'd rather waste my calories on apple pie or chocolate. Okay, yellow being important too. They're saying that's a symbol. Okay, so whenever I use these cards, these are symbols for what you might see. Your loved one will send you a yellow flower. You'll see yellow flowers. Let me see if there's anything else. Hearts. Okay. I just heard or saw people hugging because this one is hugging. Well, they want you to hug more. Okay. And then hands. Hands like that are important. Or hands like this. Wait. Hand. I'm going to sage these cards afterwards. Hands like this. Hands like this. Or hands like that. Like holding hands. That's important. Okay. I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. And again, the symbol of the heart. And that's a tree in the fall. So it's right now. So what they're saying is, from heaven, they're saying they wish they told you more often how much they loved you. But you know it. You feel it. Because you wish that you could have said it to them more often too. Now you just did. That's two symbols of hearts as symbols that they're going to show you, and also the hands, important. Yeah, and the yellow flowers. Okay, thank you for those messages. I'm gonna do these cards. What I have to do is I have to sage it and then put it back in. Okay, it's a little bit. It's fun. It's fun. It's not hard. Oh. Yeah. Have to put my bracelet on. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the regular cards, and then I'm gonna go have my blueberry muffins because I didn't have any breakfast or lunch yet. So, okay, starting with this beautiful unicorn cards. You know what? They just said I need a little bottle of Santa. I was burning it yesterday, and Devin was coughing a lot, so I'm in an enclosed room, but it goes through the walls. But I need it. I like those fall leaves back there. They're coming out nice. Looking nice. Let's go like that. There we go. Okay. That wasn't a great burn. So that one might be dried out. Let's use this one. Okay. Very good. Okay. Oh, by the way, guys, I did get a nice message from somebody. It was somebody I gave a reading to, and she texted me on my phone because I think I needed the information. I think like who she wanted to talk to and whatnot. And so I was at work, so on my break, I looked at her message, and she said, Katrina, in your reading, and I think it was the beginning of the summer, she said, in your reading, I don't remember everybody's reading clearly, like little points come, because I've read hundreds of people. But anyhow, she said, in my reading, I started telling her, be careful with her health, especially her heart chakra. And a lot of stuff with breathing and I asked her if she had bronchitis, and she said no. I asked her if she had pneumonia or different things with the chest and breathing and asthma. And she said no. Like, so she didn't think anything of it. She said she was in the hospital. She had sepsis. Same as Devin. She had the flu, I think. It got worse. It remained in her lungs. When they got there to the hospital, she went into sepsis, and then in her lung, they found a blood clot. Remember, they found the blood clot in Devin's heart? So she said she was in the hospital for 2 weeks straight. She had the oxygen. It didn't look good. It looked like she was, gonna pass. And she was like, don't you remember you said that? Be careful with my heart chakra. And how did you know that? And I was like, I don't know. It must have been something that came up in your reading. I was channeling. And so she goes, what am I supposed to do? I go, just keep on working on healing your heart chakra. Lots of green foods. Oh, no problem. That sauce was from the Bronx.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I thought I had to doctor it up a little bit. Thought it was a little bit bland.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so she told me, I don't know how you knew it, but thank you. And I was like, are you all right? And she said, yeah, I'm getting there. She's very slowly healing. And I said, keep your heart chakra and all your chakras aligned. But look, like look in under Jason Stevenson, meditation music for your heart chakra, which colors are green and pink, if I taught you anything. Okay. But anyhow, that was nice that she gave me a call, because I do get validations, and sometimes it might not be happening right now, but then later on, a couple of months, things fall into place and you're like, hey, I think Katrina said that. Okay. So as long as you know you're getting better and you're healing, that's the important thing. Okay. So we got thankful. Let me put my glasses on. Thankful. Think about the people and things you feel grateful for. That's so important. Isn't that beautiful? Being grateful, being in a mood or a mode of gratitude, being in an attitude of gratitude, okay, is very good. Even if it's like, well, Katrina, I'm not doing too good. All I have with me is my dog or my cat. Well, then be grateful for your dog or your cat. Be grateful for your house. Be grateful for your apartment. Be grateful for your friend. Be grateful if you're living on somebody's couch. I've done that before. Be grateful for the person that's letting you live on that couch. Okay? Water. Water. Okay. And these are my unicorn cards. There's so many types of unicorn cards. These and these little ones. Okay. But they're different. Okay. Of course, I have to have both of them or all of them. Okay. Drink more water and eat foods with water in them, such as fresh fruits and vegetables. I had some strawberries and blueberries today, but I had some strawberries when I was mixing in fresh blueberries into the mix of the blueberry muffin mix. I had bought a strawberry mix that had strawberries and blueberries. And I was telling Devin, did you have those strawberries yet? He said, no, I was waiting for you to say, because I was going to make pancakes and have on the side of the pancakes a little presentation of strawberries and blueberries like they do in the restaurant. And because I don't make breakfast often, I really don't. And I feel bad about that sometimes. And then I don't. Anyhow, but these strawberries were so good. So drink more water, eat foods with water in them, such as fresh fruits and vegetables. So more veggies, fruits, and water. Okay? So think of something that you want to happen. I'm going to give you a moment. Take a sip. Think of something that you've been waiting to hear from somebody. You have a question. You've been waiting for something to happen. A job, a new career, or something with school, something with your kids, something with your grandkids, something with your significant other. Think of it. Think of what you want. And I'll read the card. Okay. What very soon? It's going to happen very soon. What you're asking for will happen soon in a happy way. I like that it says in a happy way. So what you've been asking for in your mind or in your heart or other people is going to happen very soon. Somebody's graduating too. Somebody's graduating very soon. Okay? Even before December. Does that make any sense to anybody? Somebody is graduating or completing a study program or completing something, and it's going to be before, like, how some students graduate in December and some graduate in May or June? This person, instead of graduating in December, there's some sort of graduation or finishing before December, like November. Okay, or the program's done in November. If that makes any sense to anybody, let me know in the comments. But whatever you're wishing for, it's going to happen very soon. Isn't that beautiful? And I just heard dusk, because see how this is like sunset? Let me find out, because I don't want to tell you the wrong information. Echo, what is dusk?
According to Wikipedia, sunset is the disappearance of the sun at the end of the sun path, below the horizon of the Earth due to its rotation.
Okay. So, I thought so. I thought so. I mean, I'm 62, but I'm still learning. Okay. Dusk and sunset are the same, right? What, Echo, what does it mean when the sun comes up? What's another word for when the sun comes up?
From Quora.com. The first light before the sun starts to come up over the horizon is called dawn. The point after sunset in which light from the sun is no longer visible is called dusk.
I think I'm losing my mind a little bit. A little bit. Okay. Dawn and dusk. Sunset, sundown, dusk. Okay. Dusk and sunset is important. Is going to be important. That's when you're going to get something that you've been wanting. That's when you're going to hear about good news. Now, when I got married the second time to Mr. Devon over there, I said I want a sunset wedding. I want the wedding to be at sunset because I like the night better than the day. I'm not an early person. I start to wake up more at night, and I wanted like the sun to be coming down, and you know how the sky is like orangey and then a little purple, little pink. I wanted that to be happening because our wedding was like half outside and it was right over by the water. Oh, so beautiful. Uh, and so sunset and dusk. I know I say that weird. Right? How can you say dusk in a British way? Dusk. No, I say dusk. Okay, like I'm tough or something. Sorry. Anyhow, that's when you're going to get your information at dusk, sunset. Okay, not dawn, sunrise. Okay. All good things. All good things. Okay. Oracle cards. You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. So there's going to be some people out there that are readers. There are some people out there that are getting into cards. Here we go. Look at that angel. She's so beautiful. Look at her wings. Okay, so you are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others through oracle cards. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay, but this card coming out means that somebody out there that's watching me now, watching this chubby dude over here, okay, in the pink shirt, okay, that I wear too much. Anyway, you're gonna be just lost my voice. You're going to be successful. Now I just miss the kids because I did that with them. Oh, I got something to show you when I'm done. I have 2 more cards. Okay. Author. Oh wow. You have a book inside of you. I know one of my friends that she has a Taurus girl reads. She's writing a book. I think she already wrote a book of poems, but I think she's writing a second book. This might be her. Okay, she'll see it and she'll know. Author. You have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. See how the angel is watching over her? She's writing, the angel's watching over her. That. Is anybody saying anything else? Tommy DePaulo, I like him too. Yeah. But Eric Carle is the one that really influenced me because he is a collage artist. Then there's another one, A Snowy Day. Let me find out. Echo, who wrote A Snowy Day?
Ezra Jack Keats wrote The Snowy Day.
Ezra Jack Keats is another writer of mine that I love, children's book author, that is a collage artist. And if you look at The Snowy Day, it's a very old book. But when I was teaching in Brooklyn and Staten Island, I used to make these books of the books so the kids really would, like, I would, you know, it was kind of illegal, but I would do it anyway. But it's not illegal. It was really a good teaching tool. So you take the book, make copies of certain pages, and I did it with Dr. Seuss too. And so you make a little book, and then the kids can color in the pages, and then I go over every line with them. Put your hand on the, put your hand on a, put your hand on winter, put your hand, and then say it. And it was teaching them to read. It was teaching them sight words and also getting to know different book authors. Yeah, I just thought about that. But anyhow, Jack Keats was a collage artist, and there's a museum that has all of his work, and that's what I was thinking of. And did I see it in person? Mostly see things on videos. You could pull up the video. Heart's desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. That is nice. She's walking on the beach. And so you have to, the angels are telling you, you are highly protected. You have to push yourself towards your dreams. You know, when you stop dreaming and hoping for something different, or hoping to, you know, to attain a dream, is when you're dead. Okay, because then when you're in heaven, you don't have to do that anymore. But until you are off of this earth plane, you're supposed to every day wake up with a dream in your heart and your mind. Okay? It might sound cliche. You might say, well, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough this. I don't have this person around me, that person. So that's all garbage. Just keep on focusing on your dreams. Imagine it. Sit for 5 minutes a day and actually think that you have exactly what you want. Doesn't even matter. Start out with something small, like visualize a cup of coffee, and then see how it comes, or a chocolate bar, or they're showing me a bike. Okay, yeah, make your dreams become a reality. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. And I'm going to say goodbye on that. Namaste. I might be back later with the Libra. We'll see. Okay. Love you.